The house was a steal, which Arthur now understood meant structurally suspicious and miles from nowhere. He'd bought the 19th century farmhouse for silence. The smell was the first betrayal. Not raw, but a brittle, specific scent, damp wool, old pennies, and sickly sweet cloves. It came from a narrow door next to the chimney, painted shut. The realtor had called it a lantern cupboard, a place to lock away food during fasting. On the third day, Arthur pried it open. The smell, clove, wool, pennies, rushed out, thick as a blow. The cupboard was tiny, bare, and spotlessly empty. He scrubbed it with bleach, but the smell only seemed to thicken. By nightfall, he had to close the door. The next morning, the smell was no longer in the cupboard. It was by the sink. He'd step into an invisible column of stench, then step back and it was gone. That night, he heard a sound from the attic, shush shush shush, like a heavy wool blanket being dragged. He climbed the attic ladder, flashlight cutting the dark. In the far corner, a small, child-sized rocking chair was moving, rocking in a slow, steady rhythm. Shush shush shush. Who's there? The rocking stopped. The attic fell into a profound silence. He edged closer. The chair was empty. As he got near, the smell hit him. Clove. Wool. Pennies. He stumbled down the ladder and slammed the panel, hard hammering. He didn't sleep. The smell was no longer a scent, it was a presence. He spent the next day in the town's small historical archive. The Tillinghast family, pious to a fault, lost 3 children to diphtheria. The 4th, Ephraim, survived. A note from 1883 read, Mrs. Tillinghast reports the boy Ephraim has been struck by a holy silence. He does not speak. He only rocks. She gives thanks for this Lenten soul. A later entry, the Tillinghasts have left for Boston, having buried their last son. There was no record of Ephraim's death. When Arthur returned, the house was cold, the smell of greasy film in every room. He grabbed a hammer and nails to seal the cupboard for good. He hammered the first nail. A soft, wet scrape came from inside. He froze. It came again, louder. Scrape. Scrape. He hammered frantically. Bang. The door shuttered, hit from within. Bang. 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 The small door began to bow outwards. The nails shrieked, pushed one by one from the wood by an impossible pressure, dropping to the floor. The door swung open. It was not dark inside. A faint, sickly yellow-green glow emanated from within. The cupboard was packed, floor to ceiling, with bundles of raw, damp, gray wool, bulging out. Nestled among them, glinting, were hundreds of old pennies. As Arthur stared, paralyzed, the mass shifted. A small, pale hand emerged, then an arm. A child was climbing out. He was pale, in a moth-eaten woolen shift. He didn't look at Arthur, but at the kitchen, head tilted. Ephraim? Arthur whispered. The boy turned. His face was smooth, waxen, and placid. He had no eyes. Just seams.